So let us start with features of our constitution. India has the longest written and most detailed constitution in the world. Okay, which country has the longest written and most detailed constitution in the world? That is India. In order to give the people of India the best possible constitution, the framers of our constitution studied and incorporated the best features of various constitutions of the world. So when our eminent leaders, were framing our constitution, the constitution for free India, they actually read the constitution of many countries, and from whichever country they find a feature or a principle that was suitable to the needs of India and they thought it was a good principle, they adopted in India's constitution. So this kind of shows that how good and how effective our leaders were while framing our constitution, and they took care of the little minute details which India actually wanted. So here are two pictures, that is of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and they are two of the important members of the Constituent Assembly. And whenever there is a question that who is the chairperson of the Constituent Assembly or the Constitution of India, it is always Ambedkar. He played a major role in framing our constitution. So now let us discuss which principle is being adopted in India from which country. The fundamental rights and the federal form of government were adopted from the constitution of, yes, USA. Fundamental rights we all are aware of, and federal basically refers to two. So when I am saying that India is a, yes, I guess it is clear, maybe. Federal basically refers to two. So whenever I am saying that India is a federal country, that means that we have center and state relations. That means two form of governments. India is being ruled by at the central level and then at the state levels by different state government. So in India we have fundamental rights and federal form of government, which we have taken from USA. The parliamentary system of government and single citizenship were adopted from the constitution of United Kingdoms. Parliamentary system and single citizenship, that means each Indian will have only one citizenship. So this principle was adopted from United Kingdoms. The directive principles of state policy were adopted from the Constitution of Ireland. The 5-year plans and fundamental duties, remember here it was fundamental rights, here we are talking about fundamental duties, were adopted from the constitution of the former, that is old USSR. So our constitution was drafted in 1949. Drafted basically it was led, a formal led, you can understand basically in terms of a layout plan. So before you do anything, a formal paperwork, you do a layout thing. Even if you want to write an application, you first write in a rough notebook. So that is what it means. It was drafted. A planning around it was done. It was drafted in 1949, and since then several changes have been placed in our constitution. Thus, it is essential to make modifications in the constitution according to the changing condition. These modifications made through a procedure called amendments. Now they are talking that since our constitution was drafted itself in the year 1949, so since that India and the condition of India has changed, and since the constitution was drafted in 1949, so things which were there at that time might not be important at this time. Since we have grown a lot, we have achieved a lot, there have been a lot of scientific revolutions in India, so things have changed. so that is why the demands and aspirations of the people have also changed. So how is it possible that something written so back on backdated can actually be helpful today? So for that, for the changing time, okay, we have you know changes in the constitution. That means if at all we feel that we need to change a certain law, it can be done. That means modifications can be done in the constitution, changes can be done in the constitution. And how it can be done? It can be done through a procedure which is called amendments. Okay, so if we are talking about amendment, 42nd amendment, it basically means that through 42nd amendment some kind of changes were brought into constitution. It can also means adding something, it can also means deducting something and changing something. Okay, an amendment can be defined as a change in the in the provisions of the constitution through an act. Amendments have to be passed by both the House of Parliament and must be approved by the President. So how can amendments be done? The procedure is not very simple. We need to have the amendment act has to be passed in both the houses of parliament, that is Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and it should be finally approved by whom? The President. When our constitution was adopted, it had 395 articles and 8 schedules. When I'm saying schedules, so schedules are kind of, you can understand in a basic language, these are kinds of list, various lists. Okay, now it has 448 articles, 12 schedules and over 100 amendments. Okay, so these 100 amendments shows that how over the changing period, over the changing conditions, our changing demands and needs, we have also brought in changes in the constitution. Okay, so from here you can analyze how good is our constitution. It was suitable at that time also, in 1940s also, and it is suitable even also due to the very provision of amendments. Okay, modifications. Okay.